In the quiet part of the forest, where snow falls gently and the trees hum winter lullabies, lives a young bear named Bobo. Bobo is round, fuzzy, and soft as a marshmallow, and he has a very important job every night before bed. He stacks the bedtime blankets. Not just for himself but for everyone. You see, Bobo loves blankets, big ones, small ones, leaf ones, cloud fluff ones, and every animal in the forest knows. If your blanket goes missing or gets cold, Bobo will bring you a fresh one tucked in with care. Tonight, as the stars begin to shine, Bobo pulls on his nightcap and drags a wagon full of folded blankets behind him. First, he stops at Rabbit's den, one fluffy pink for little paws, he whispers, and tucks it around Rabbit's shoulders. Then to Squirrel's tree, one feather light for high dreams, he says, laying it gently in the nest. Then, a rustle in the snow, he turns and sees a tiny voice hiding behind a stump. I lost mine, the voice says softly. It's a little fox kit, eyes wide and ears drooping. I tried to sleep without it, the fox says, but I felt too cold, and then I felt embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to know. Bobo kneels down and smiles. Blankets aren't just for warmth, he says, they're for comfort, for softness, for reminders that someone cares. The fox blinks, even big animals need them, especially big ones. Bobo nods. He reaches into the wagon and pulls out a very special blanket blue like the early sky, stitched with tiny stars. This one's for hearts that feel small. He wraps it gently around the fox, tucking the corners like a hug. The fox sighs, his tail curls, his eyes close. Bobo stays a moment, watching the snow fall softly on the edge of the stump. Then he stands, lifts his wagon handle, and continues through the woods. Blanket after blanket, nest after nest, and finally, he returns to his own den. There, waiting on his bed, is the very first blanket he ever made, worn at the corners, patched with memories. He pulls it over himself, sighs deeply, and smiles. Good night, Bobo. Good night, little fox. Good night to every blanket and every warm heart it covers.